Have from Central Washington, Kevin Haynes, linebacker, head coach Ian Shoemaker, and quarterback Riley Hennessy. We'll start with some general comments from Coach Shoemaker and then open up for questions.
Just want to reiterate how proud I am of these guys. This was a great season for us, finishing 11-0 in the regular season, and coming in the playoffs. I thought we definitely played well at times today, and things got away from us there in the second half. A lot of respect to the Commerce guys and Coach Carthel. They do a great job, and those guys were well prepared and made great adjustments at the halftime. And it was one of those games that just got away from us a little bit, and weren't able to make the plays in the second half and overtime as we had hoped we would. Like I said, I'm really proud of our senior group. A lot of guys that have played a lot of football for us and have really gotten this program to this point. And my biggest concern is that those guys don't get to play any more football for us anymore, and I'm disappointed about that.
Go ahead and open up for questions.
Ian, what did you see, and what adjustments did you see in that second half?
Well, I think they made some plays offensively. There were some big plays in there, and then we're able to kind of dink and dunk and get some completions. Defensively, they pressed it down a little bit more, made it harder to run the ball, and manned us up. And I take responsibility for it. I think we were a little too conservative on the offensive side in the second half, just trying to hold the lead instead of pressing things a little bit more with play calling. So again, I want to take a little bit of the ownership over that deal, that we could have been a little bit more aggressive, but like I said, they made some great adjustments and put themselves in a position to get back in the game.
Riley, that first half, you guys were pretty much unstoppable on third down. What was working well, and then what changed in the second half?
I felt like the first half they gave us pretty base looks that we were kind of anticipating. Our guys just did a great job of executing. Second half, they did a good job of changing up the defensive front on us and kind of messing with some counts and some procedural stuff. But I mean, it all came down to us. I mean, we were in position to make plays and just obviously didn't make enough plays. But just to reiterate what Coach Shue said, and I want to thank the seniors. And obviously, this would not happen without the effort that they put forth and able to just lead this team to a pretty historic season. It sucks that one loss feels like it takes that all away, but just looking back to times in the past, I mean, if you had told me at the beginning of the season that this is how it was going to end, I wouldn't have traded it for anything. I mean, it was a special time.
Kevin, what did you see in that second half differently from Commerce?
I think Coach Shue kind of hit it. They had a couple big explosive plays, and then they just dinked and dunked. In his words, they just kind of chipped away, got some momentum, and they're a great offense. And that's what happens. You can't expect to hold an offense like that down forever. Like we did in the first half, we knew it was going to be a battle, and they made a few more plays than we did coming down the stretch.
What was going through your head, when Commerce had that momentum, especially late in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, it's tough. You're trying to forget about the last play and move on to the next. That's one of our philosophies. And we had a lot of big plays in that game. It was 3 interceptions. And you're hoping to make a play and flip the momentum on them, but obviously it didn't happen for us. And yeah.
How frustrating is it for defense? Because on a couple of those scoring drives, they converted to 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12, a couple of long fourth downs. I mean, how frustrating is that to get up and make that next play?
Yeah, it's tough. I think we shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. We had some penalties on 3rd down, and some blown assignments there, but. Yeah, it's really frustrating, but like I said, man, they have a great offense, and that's going to happen from time to time. You just got to try and work through it.
Do you feel like this is the most potent offense you guys have faced all year?
They have a lot of great players. I don't know about the most potent offense. They got a hell of a quarterback back there. Their line did a great job of protecting today. It was tough to get after him. Yeah, they are a great offense. I'll give that to them.
talked about change momentum. How much did your interception kind of change the flow of the game?
Yeah, anytime a big play like that happens, especially deep in the red zone, I felt like it changed momentum quite a bit. We saw it over the course of the game. We had a few of them. Sean Elledge had two. And anytime you can take the ball away, it flips the momentum, but we just came up a little short on that fact.
Did they kind of change things up in the second half? Because it looked like you guys really understanding where they were going, what they were doing, but in the second half, it seemed like he had maybe a different plan, or they had a different.
They didn't change up a whole lot. I started pushing the ball down the field a little more, got away from the screens, I guess, in the second half, and their receivers made some really big plays in crucial times. And like you said, those third and fourth downs that they converted, they've got some great athletes on their side, and they made big plays when they needed to.
What about the little screen, the little flare out to the running back out of the backfield? That seemed like a really significant play for them, especially in that second half, where they really seemed like he had a lot of wide open space when he got it. And kind of, you talk about the dink and dunk. What was it you weren't able to adjust there to? Because he had a lot of room, it seemed.
Well, I think, like I said, when we're covering down the four receivers and then trying to get to the quarterback, that was the space that you kind of had to leave available and try to rally and tackle it. And the kid made some nice plays with yak yards and things like that. But I think we would have traded a bunch more of those swings out to the running back to take away some of those long conversions probably.
Riley, what do you see on the third and goal in overtime, and how much of the pressure can go up that way?
They just did a good job of collision receivers, getting their hands on guys. Looking back, there's definitely times where you can, kind of relax and not get out of there too quick. But they did a good job in the second half of just kind of keeping their wind, and they did a good job of rotating guys so they're fresh on the D line, and started twisting guys and did a good job of kind of just disrupting our guys up front a little bit.
Was there any frustration on the offensive part to kind of that you weren't able to keep drives going in that second half? Yeah, compared to being so successful in the first half.
Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of frustration that comes, but it's a game of football. You're not gonna score every time you get the ball, and I think. And that's something this team has done all year. He's kind of battled through some adversity and understand that the defense, they obviously made a change in the second half, and it's kind of up to us to change ourselves. And we drove down. We were in the red zone, I think, 1 or 2 times in that second half, knocking on the door, and just weren't able to punch it in. And we were in position to make plays.
On the interception you threw in the third quarter, I think what were you looking for, and what did you not see the guy, or maybe talk about that particular play? Because it seemed like you had a little momentum going there.
Yeah, I got to be better. I got to be going through my reads quicker. I got to running back open quick, and I looked at it for a little bit too long, and the linebackers just looking at me. They were jumping for and make a play.
End of the first half, why did you decide you wanted to run the clock down before running that final play?
Oh, I didn't want to expose the ball for a big turnover or something like that, and do something silly with 3 seconds left and more than 70 yards to go. So I thought it was a good decision just to take it to halftime at that point.
Kevin, talk about your experience here at Central. 4 years. Was it what you hoped in finishing your college football career?
Yeah, obviously today was tough, but I don't think you can ask for anything more than an 11-0 start to a season, a conference championship. When we got here, that was our goal, was to win a conference championship and get to the playoffs, and obviously win the national championship. And we accomplished 2 out of those 3 this year, this senior group, and the rest of the guys, man, and our chemistry was amazing. I wouldn't trade this experience for anything.
Would you learn personally from just being at Central, especially this season, that you can maybe take forward, after you graduate, and what you want to do after Central?
Yeah, I think just fighting through adversity. Our first season here, 7-3, going 5-5. It got tough for a while. Coaching change, had 3 different defensive coordinators since I've been here. But you know, just fighting through adversity and keeping your goals in mind and bonding as a team. We have a lot of seniors in that locker room that never gave up when things got tough. And it was tough. 5-5 is not what you expect when you hear Central Washington University. When we signed our national letter of intent coming out of high school, this was the Division II program to go to in the Northwest. We were the top dogs, and you know, times got really tough on us, but I think as a group, we pulled together and made a change in this program, and I think we can be proud of that.
Yeah, how much of an impact has Kevin been on this program, and you personally as a coach?
Well, I think, you know, guys that we want to build this program around are, you know, sitting here with me right now. You know, Kevin's been a multiple-year captain, has wore the 44 jersey, which is was a big deal in our program. And, you know, like I said, this is, if there was a model of a kid, you know, academically, leadership-wise, and then obviously football-wise, this is, you know, what we want to build, you know, the rest of our 100-man roster around, for sure.
You mentioned you got a little, take some ownership for being a little conservative in the second half. How much did that opening, when they went down on that first drive and right out of the half and kind of got some momentum back, how much did that affect part of that decision making? And then again, when they scored early in the fourth, get that one score, I mean, how much did that play into your decision offensively?
Well, I think everything plays into it. You know, every moment of the game, you're changing and evolving your thought process and play calls and things like that. And like I said, I just feel like I didn't put our guys in the best possible situation to win in the second half. And I'll take the ownership over that. And like I said, I apologized to the team afterward. That, you know, I think that, you know, there were things we could have done better as a coaching staff to, you know, provide a better opportunity and we'll learn from that as well.
Not to get too far ahead of yourself, but you have a lot of pieces returning. Riley, Vision Cummings is coming back. You have to be excited for next year, knowing that you have these pieces that you can compete again next year.
Yeah, it's hard to look forward when you know, when you're losing the senior group. We want this to be their day, you know, and be able to you know, celebrate what they've done. But you know, I look forward to, you know, what that next group is going to look like, what that recruiting class is going to look like. But you know, today's about these guys and the performance they had this year and today.
Riley, how do you use something like this to build for next year? What do you take away from this that you can turn into a positive?
Definitely. I mean, it just comes with, I think, just remembering this feeling, really, and just the feeling of just making one more play, making one more play than the defense, making one more play than whoever's lined up against you. And I think that one more kind of carries over to all aspects of what we're doing, whether it's academically or in the film room, or doing, let's go one more rep, let's go one more hour of film, let's go one more 7-on-7 in the off season, let's go. So stuff like that is kind of how you take that feeling and turn it into a positive. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of good players here at Central, and I think that this program is going to be good for many years. And it'll make it intriguing for a lot of those players around the Northwest that want to play good football.
Any other questions? Thank you very much.